Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at an inexpensive option for Shtf, and it's going to be this stove right here. What we're going to be looking at is if it's going to be able to get the job done in an emergency situation. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So I picked this stove off temu for under $5, I believe, and how it's going to come to you is going to be in this case right here. So we'll go ahead and unpack it and kind of show you guys how lightweight and compact this stove really is. So right off the bat, you're going to have your metal grate down here to collect all your firewood, so you're able to build a fire within the stove. And this is it compacted and folded down. It's really a lightweight, guys. It weighs less than probably a can of pop or a snuff can. If you got, I don't know, that was a weird example, but when you unfold it like this is how you assemble the stove. It's really cold out here. It's like 32 degrees, guys. So if you hear me sniffling, that's why. What you're able to do is take this pin out of the stove right here, take your grate and line it up like this and fold it around on itself. Line up the holes that co-witness with each other like this, and you're just going to take your pin and drop it down in here like this. It's really simple, guys. It doesn't take much effort or time, and this is your feeding window to put your kindling or your firewood in. You're actually able to put a canteen cup onto this stove here like this, and it's able to hold a canteen cup, so you're able to boil water or food or anything like that. So let's go ahead and light this stove up and see how long it takes to boil water. So as you can see, I have a tea light here. This is what I'm going to be used to actually help me build this fire. The kindling I have is from a down tree in the yard that fell probably 3 days ago, so it's really green. It's still not dead and dry. It's got a lot of moisture and dampness to the wood, but we're going to see if I can at least attempt to boil water out of it. Now this stove, you're not going to get a lot of the capabilities of yours like a gas stove or anything like that, but kind of what I'm trying to show you guys is you don't have to go out and buy a $60 stove or anything like that. If this stove does work, it'd be perfect for like a lightweight rig or just in your vehicle as a car as a backup plan. This is a wonderful backup stove. Let's go ahead and add the wood to this. So as you can see from the time lapse, the wood I used was definitely damp, and with the help of a lot of alcohol, I was able to start the fire. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead, and since it's sort of kind of up and going on its own now, we'll go ahead and add a canteen cup and add some water. I'll throw in another time lapse and we'll go ahead and time it, see how long it takes to boil the water. Okay, so after two miserable attempts to start a fire with damp wood, we're going to actually use these ready hour fuel tablets. I'm going to throw 2 in here and boil water that way. Okay, so now you can see why fuel tablets will really come in handy, guys, if you run an encounter with damp or dry wood. So we got 2 fuel tablets in there, and the water has started to boil already, and the fuel tablets, they burn time on them is about 9 minutes. It's just a added thing to kind of get you guys thinking about if you ever come in contact with damp or wet wood. Right here you can see the actual fuel tablets are starting to disintegrate now after being boiled or burned, sorry. But you can see the water's starting to boil perfectly fine, so we'll go ahead and let this finish boiling. And the stove itself has had a little bit of discoloration, mainly from the amount of alcohol I poured on it and the high temperature with it. But the integrity of the stove, it doesn't look like it's became weak. It hasn't warped or deformed or anything like that. Everything's still lining up. So you're able to put this back in a bag and reuse it again. Now for $5, guys, I mean, it does its job. It's not going to be the perfect thing or the best thing out there, but it does what it's intended to do. So I hope this video kind of gets your gears turning a little bit, that you don't need the most expensive gear to survive or to boil, at least boil water. You're able to do it with a couple of fuel tablets, a $5 stove, and a canteen cup. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more.